Deep in the Yukon wilds, where the aurora danced green fire across endless snow, an old she-wolf named Asha led her small pack through the cruelest winter the North had ever sent. Asha's coat had long since turned pure white, blending her with the drifts so perfectly that caribou sometimes grazed within a leap of her hiding place. Her mate had died 2 seasons past, taken by thin ice on the river. Now only 3 remained, her grown daughter Sura, strong and impatient, her son Kiv, clever but slight, and little Nuna, barely weaned, whose ribs showed even through thick puppy fur. The rivers froze solid, the moose moved south, and the hares vanished beneath crusted snow. Hunger gnawed harder each day. Sura's eyes burned with blame toward her aging mother. One dawn, Sura challenged Asha openly on a windswept ridge. "You lead us to death," she snarled. "I can hunt better alone." Asha did not bear Fong. She simply lowered her head and stepped aside, yielding the lead without a fight. Sura took command at once, driving the pack hard toward distant hills where she believed elk still lingered. Days bled into nights of endless marching. Kiv limped from cracked pads, Nuna's whines grew faint. They found no elk, only old tracks filled with blowing snow. At last, on a night when the temperature plunged so low the stars themselves seemed to crackle, Sura admitted defeat. She turned back, ashamed, and found Asha waiting exactly where she had left her, curled around shivering Nuna to share what little warmth remained. Without words, Asha rose and led them not onward, but downward, into a narrow valley she alone remembered from her youth. There, shielded from the wind, a hot spring bubbled through the ice, keeping a circle of ground bare. Willow buds and frozen berries clung to the banks, enough to quiet the worst pangs. A lame caribou, drawn to the warmth, grazed nearby. That night the pack ate. Sura pressed her muzzle to her mother's neck in silent apology. Strength, Asha seemed to say with her steady gaze, is not always the loudest voice or the fastest legs. Sometimes it is the memory that refuses to let the pack die. Spring eventually came, green pushing through white. But the pack never forgot the winter they survived in the white silence, guided home by an old wolf who knew when to fight and when to wait.